Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Let's go!
Here's Watson now on second down. The hook up good to Marquise Wilson. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Everson Griffin in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. The pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. To throw on second is Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Let's go!
Third and long. It's Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense, turn the ball back over to them. You're right, there's pressure to score, but they feel good about their chances.
That's good. They like that pressure. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Ajayi. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yeah.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brock Coyle in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Fighting to stay under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danny Shelton in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Drops it off to Ajayi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
82's moving. 82's moving. Here we go. 38.
Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's gonna go down again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll look to set up his blockers. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Julio Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brock Coyle in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go play action now. Roethlisberger dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll begin the drive with a jive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go! 138!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Got some room at the 30, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Come on, let's
In motion right is Wilson. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking,
and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! 138! Ohio!
Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And some space here. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Come on, David!
Watson on first down. Able to push his way through. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Watson now on second down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Here we go!
They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 2nd and 10 now. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they run with Mixon. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there on third down. 51 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Mixon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to work. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dallas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a home date.